Why live in a cage? Utterly unexceptional. I've forgotten you already.
I've had better. Getting real sick of guys who think good looks are a free pass to do anything. Next.
Better nothing than lesser to gods, divine general. Mortals dream up such grand titles. How else to distract from the hollowness of your existence?
We sure outfloofed him back there, didn't we? The Divine Generals are guardians of peace. Any wolves that menace our flock will be met with fire and steel.
Why live in a cage? This type doesn't usually have tails. Must be a subspecies of a rune, or more likely, a mutation.
And that's a wrap! You really thought you could make yourself public enemy #1 and escape a proper spanking?
Why live in a cage? You have focus, but nothing else.
That was impressive. Once you have walked the shores of death, the tides will always pull you back. Farewell.
Why live in a cage? You've let the Sky Dwellers weaken you, carve you into a shell of what you once were. You've lost sight of your true self, Cosmos.
Oh! Well, let's go home.
The Sky Realm is the reason I exist, and nothing will ever tear it away from me.
Why live in a cage? Your plan bears similarities to the grand finale. But why build a new stage, only to populate it with the same characters?
No one will bother us now. You saved me, Death. Everything's okay, Death. Now, nothing can get in our way.
Why live in a cage? What did you call this? A seal weapon? When broken down to its essential parts, it's nothing but space dust. Much like you.
Well, that's that. At least you have your pride. That was brutal. Couldn't have done it without you, Arvas. Just about ready to pass out.
Why live in a cage? Your homecoming was long overdue.
We're unstoppable together. I used to think being unable to pass on was a curse, but now I see it was a blessing in disguise. As thanks for showing me, why don't I guide you to the underworld?
Why live in a cage? Causality has fallen, and soon everything will follow.
Yes! Hey!
Huh?
Awesome job! You did it, Cheetah! Hooray!
You know, we're only as strong as the people we fight for. And that's why you'll always lose.
Why live in a cage? Sky Dwellers, the girl in blue, such primitive beings. Your place is in primordial night.
Another victory. I'll take it. For too long, I've stood on the sidelines while Gran and Jita led the fight for our skies. That ends today.
Why live in a cage? Tame all the beasts you wish. You still won't be able to fight off death when it comes to collect what's owed.
Anything for Catalina?
You should never have threatened Catalina's world, fallen angel. Not even the gods could part me.
Why live in a cage? 2,000 years of knowledge, and the power to seal Beelzebub. You've far overstepped your limits, mortal.
Can't get enough of my alchemy? I could always synthesize you and that blonde ogre a room in Pandemonium. All expenses paid, infinite nights.
Why live in a cage? Justice was a construct engineered by the weak, behind which to cower from the blows of the mighty. There is, and always has been, only one guiding force in this world.
Of course I won! I should have stacked these better! Even a dragon may be slain with its eyes closed. You shall fall the same way you rose, conducted by your...
Why live in a cage? Are you seeing this, Lucifer? Tell me, without your wings and the interwoven branches of causality, what's left to shelter the skies?
Didn't doubt you for a second. Here.
The Sky Realm isn't perfect, but it's our home. And as long as there's a sunrise glinting over the horizon, it's a home worth saving.
Why live in a cage? Like wind, you're all noise and no substance. A fitting disciple for Raphael, but that won't save you.
Not all the armies across the skies can halt the progress of a cyclone. May the Skylark rise and be herald to a windswept dawn! And you, foul bird of death, hie thee to everlasting night! I think I just saved the world!
Why live in a cage? Not even worth humoring to dust.
Choir trophy! Finality on Wings of Brohood! Easy peasy! Where's that ranking? Top 50?
Judge Tomoe, pass your verdict.
Fra, soloing Dark Rapture's no joke. Show some respect to our player base, man.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
Thank you for playing! Lucilius' sword was keen and his mind keener, but he couldn't sever the bonds uniting dude and crew. Thus, with light gleaming in their noble eyes, the Bro Fam won back the skies.
And now, it all ends. Why struggle to stay afloat on the waves, poised on uncertainty? True peace is to be found in the silent depths.
There's no bonus for working overtime, you know.
I still finished the job. I need your attitude. Peace comes from a sense of wholeness. It's the opposite of what you're after.
Why live in a cage? This world was made to rot, to fall into strife. If you wish to deter conflict, the answer is simple. End everything.
Scars obtained in battle are never erased. We Eternals are champions of peace, and if you intend to usurp our gentle ruler, I'm afraid I can afford you no mercy.
Why live in a cage? Why be a jester in someone else's play? Why let the gods have the last laugh?
Do you see? I won't be beaten. I'll do whatever it takes to kill a monster, even if it means becoming one myself.
Why live in a cage? No matter how quick the flee, he will never be able to outrun the footsteps of a giant.
My twin blades will lead the kingdom to glory. Come, take my hand.
You threatened the country I'm sworn to and the skies I love. Only one of us was ever going to walk away from this battle.
Why live in a cage? Fires only grow as they consume. And my fire feeds on the whole of the universe.
Your folly lies in defying me. Ambition can light the way to a brighter dawn, but you have let yours consume you. I will not stand by while you set fire to the world, seeking after a mirage.
Why live in a cage? A dragon is a beast like any other. The altar of Armageddon shall run red with its blood.
Amid the smoke of battle, you find yourself. Do you still refuse to recant, King of Fallen Angels? Then here I convert mercy to steel and dragon flame, so I can claim your life.
Why live in a cage? I don't traffic in vulgar discourse. That's Belial's dominion.
Did you know, sweetie? The most important thing in this big blue sky is unconditional love. You shut out everything good and beautiful about this world to nurse your resentment. How am I supposed to get through to you?
In a cage, as a dying gift. Why don't I help you remember the taste of pain?
Good riddance. This is why I went under the knife. Pain warns us away from danger, but we have to face our fears to kill them.
Why live in a cage? I've never understood mortal fascination with the bittersweet and fleeting joys. Is it to help old fools like you find grace among the rod of death?
A little birdie told me that body ain't even yours. You've got all the bells and whistles, but it's still no match against strength forged over a lifetime.
Why live in a cage? Throes of a drowning man. Your end is inevitable, Beelzebub. So at least die with some dignity.
You're pathetic.
As a final act of charity, I'll allow you the last word. One more chance to hold your head high before I sever it from your shoulders!
Belial, you lack focus, unacceptable margin of error when executing protocols. I expect your post-trial evaluation within the hour.
After all these years, do I still satisfy you? Got my test results? Huh. Pretty low considering how hard I... Good leg.
Belial, you lack focus, unacceptable margin of error when executing protocols. I expect your post-trial evaluation within the hour.
Guess it's been a while for you. Got my test results? Indeterminate. My bad. I forgot there was a procedure to these things.
Better nothing than lesser to gods. While there was room for another pawn on the board, kings only ever stand in opposition. Off with your head.